come on. Evening, everyone, and welcome to Off the Cuff with me, Alice. Or, as we can say tonight, Commander Alice of DaHole. So, the other night, I was thinking, my mind was wandering, pondering about first contact. And, I know y'all got some dirty minds out there, and you might have gone in a little weird place, and I love it because I love you all. But I was actually thinking about in terms of Trek. So tonight, I kind of want everybody to kind of sit back, relax, and engage. And for everybody out there in the chat that might come in and my smoking panel, I just want to let you guys mull this over, this nice, broad, and wide topic, as I introduce each and every one of you. Because, as everybody out there knows, you guys all get my phasers firing. So, first, I want to introduce my number one button pusher, Crazy Horse.
Hey.
Our resident reaper, Casey of Casey's Creepy Creations.
Thank you. It's wonderful to be here as always, and thank you for putting me in. Rosie, I was feeling a little lonely backstage there for a second.
And apparently, if my wording holds out tonight, we've got Theta of Nerd Archaeology.
Hello.
And last but not least, our resident softie, Richard Spake of American Patriots Pad.
How y'all doing today?
So I just want to say to everybody out there that might come in the chat, we love if you guys for y'all's input, and let's do this. What do you guys think of First Contact?
Honestly,
Go ahead.
I was going to say, honestly, of all the Next Generation movies, I think First Contact was probably the best of the lot. To be really honest with you, it was the one Star Trek movie they actually took a real legitimate callback to something people loved and enhanced it in all sorts of new ways. And regardless of what other people may think
would you say that they boldly went where no one has gone before?
I would think that is a very, very accurate assessment by your Theta. I would doff the top of my robe to you, sir, if it were possible. But yes, I would say that is a very astute assessment. But I'd have to say this was the one movie that really, I think, held together the best, because it was the one thing they actually took out of their own lore and expanded it to all kinds of new places. And I know the movie
like
has
the butthole.
Oh, okay,
I'm sorry.
Well, no, I didn't put mine. I didn't. Should I have done my normal? Bring your raunch. Bring your dad joke. Bring your spiciness. I didn't. I'm sorry. You know that's like going to be a normal standing. I'll have to work that into my intro somehow.
Oh
But
no, I mean that's fine. It's just I'm going. I just didn't expect it. I'm going. If we're going there, we're going there. And all I
Well,
gotta
I can't help it. Like I don't necessarily have a thing for butts. I'm a tit man myself, but for some reason I always bring up plug in the butt.
Well,
okay.
yeah, I think that's because of you and your pussy at home.
Yeah.
Okay. Now wait. I should have put in. If you're going to use our replicators to replicate naughty, spicy things this evening, please be responsible and clean up after yourselves. Thank you and have a nice evening.
Sounds
Yeah,
good.
yes, and make sure your tray tables are in the upright position for transport.
And please don't get anything stuck because there's somebody on call, somewhere in a medical bay that has to deal with it. So please.
Well, if
try
it's
to order
Dr.
the
Pulaski,
DSR
she can
diagnostics.
suck my ass.
No, dude, you don't want to do that. She might have actually done it.
Yeah, that was last week, but we won't talk about it unless you want to.
Hey, kiss, don't tell. Kiss, don't tell.
No.
Hey, that's work, baby.
Hey, I'm sorry, but of all the people I've met cast, I know she probably got the Ross deal, but she was the most unlikable one of the whole
Well,
bunch.
yeah, she
Actually,
was
that
so.
was, from what they have said, that was the purpose. That was how she
Gentlemen,
wanted
It
her
was, yeah.
we already have somebody in the chat. Our resident most favorite is Pink Ranger.
Oh,
there.
cool, Jamie, Pink
Jamie says
Ranger,
hi.
How's it going, James?
Kimberly Anhart, Jamie Lynn Sims.
And Zachary's also in chat, so
Oh, wait, let me find where'd he go? Okay. And Zach in normal Zachy form, to be honest. I don't even know. And if anybody could say that with his accent, you're more than willing to take a shot at that one.
hey, I can't. I'm barely able to do an American accent, so that and the fact I'm currently eating my dinner, which Nadine brought us in Culver's salads, chicken cashew salads.
Nice.
And
I didn't realize it had a
added
name.
bacon to it. So
Now I'm guessing that's not replicated.
nah, it's. I wish we had those.
Did Neelix make it? Oh boy!
Because I would have.
Oh no.
That's one Talaxian cooking. There's some stuff that some cultures make that I'm like, ooh, that sounds good. And then there's other stuff I'm like, oh boy.
Do we dare to try the Leola root soup?
Yeah. See?
Yeah, well, I'm just thinking they're just lucky they didn't run across the interplanetary bordel, or they would have shut the ship down for that cooking.
Hey,
Do y'all know how? I'm sorry, this isn't Star Trek or anything related, but like as far as like our avatars, do you know like why mine is cut off at the top and bottom, and y'all's are like complete circles?
No,
I was wondering the same thing.
Yeah, it's been like that for as long as like for everybody that uses the circles. I don't know
thinking
why.
it's an OBS setting.
Yeah,
No.
it has to be an OBS setting, but I don't know. I'll have to look it up.
Oh, and gentlemen, we have a Star Trek. Oh, my wording is horrible tonight. We have a Star Trek aficionado in the chat. Hello, Jim of Commodore Moon Productions says hello.
Now
It looks like we got half a dozen Star Trek aficionados here.
I'm loving it.
Now you were saying about the first Contact movie, and Casey said to him it was the best of the Next Generation movies. I have to agree.
Oh,
It was the one that actually Patrick Stewart wanted to turn Picard into an action star, and this movie actually made sense in that way because he stayed on the Enterprise E and was fighting to keep his ship. and it worked. That's why it didn't work in Insurrection, and it didn't work in Nemesis, and it really didn't work all that well on Generations, even though he got sucked into the Nexus and had to recruit Kurt to get out of the Nexus.
Well, to be honest,
I'm sorry. Could you kind of like summarize what you just said? My audio cut out.
All right. Patrick Stewart, when they started making the Star Trek The Next Generation movies, he wanted Picard to be more like Kirk.
You're okay. You're just talking about that. Okay,
he wanted the cowboy action star treatment for Picard, which is one of the things, if you'll notice, that in the movies they kept trying to push that.
Yeah.
Oh, everybody does want to be a cowboy, baby. So.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you Kid Rock. All right, I gotcha.
Okay, in Nemesis, that was why they put the whole thing of Picard driving the dune buggy thing when they were picking up the pieces of B4.
Yeah, there is no reason to have a dune buggy. I mean, if you have a shuttlecraft and a transporter, there's no reason to have a dune buggy in your ship. I mean, that just completely is. It
was too much.
Yeah, it was way, and it just didn't make any sense. It just didn't make any sense
and
at all.
The thing is, that's what pulled you out of the movie first, and after that, you saw all kinds of flaws in the movie that you probably would have forgiven had they not pulled that boner.
Yeah.
Like I honestly couldn't. After I looked at it, I mean, the whole plot between the Federation and those guys that wanted to harvest the particles to begin with. I mean, come on, it's like, give me a break. The Federation,
and the thing is too is that they have tricorders that can pinpoint, like the signal that they were going for was B4's head, I think, or part of his body, and if their tricorders had declined in accuracy that bad to where they needed a dune buggy to drive, I mean, in older episodes, you would just transport, within 20 feet, maybe 15 meters of where you needed to be. They had to drive like 15 miles to away. Like, if their tricorders are that bad in this movie, then they really had some downgrades in technology.
Well, and that's why I'm like bringing up the technology. I always wonder, like, do they always have more potential to use what they have in these movies?
Well, that's the problem.
Well, they definitely have like phaser rifles instead of just handhelds.
I don't think you would actually need to cock a phaser rifle. Like,
yeah, exactly. That was so stupid too.
I mean, my God, it was like, come on, Beverly, you don't need to cock that.
Well, don't blame her for a girl trying now.
No, but what I'm saying, I'm not blaming Beverly per se. I'm blaming the people
it's the writers.
Yeah, because basically, first of all, you wouldn't need to cock it like a pump. I try to get this right.
Like a shot.
Yeah, like a pump action.
All right, my bad wordage is getting on to Casey. Oh boy.
Well, no, it's just, after you've been dead so long, the brain starts to decompose.
Okay, well, then what's my problem tonight? Okay, hives and allergy pills. Okay, I got it. That's my story. I'm sticking to it.
All right. I'm sorry to walk over anybody.
No,
the Borg. I forgot the lady who played the Borg Queen in the movie.
Alice.
Yeah.
Alice Krug, I think.
Yes.
What was? Oh, she was also in The Conjuring, wasn't she? She was the mom in The Conjuring, wasn't she?
I think she might have been, yeah.
And I think she was also in House on Haunted Hill with Liam Neeson. She was Nell too, I believe. So she's had a long career. She's a very prominent actress. She did a very good job. Like, you know, we if there was going to be a Borg queen type of thing, like a hive mind, I mean, it makes sense because if you think about like bees and stuff like that, there's worker bees and stuff. So like, and they all have like a hive mind type of thing, and it's to serve the queen, and it actually makes sense why they wanted Locutus because they wanted a king, like a king and queen type relationship, to
Yeah.
rule the board.
Ooh, I never
Although,
really thought about it like that.
well, that especially works. That especially works well if you do use the analogy. But I hope they wouldn't have taken it to its logical conclusion, because, as you know, uh, bee queens do have this rather annoying habit of killing their mates.
Oh
So,
yeah, for sure. But and that's exactly what's, she, well, you, I don't, I mean, as a technological and organic being, it might be different because they do that for like sustenance to feed their young.
Oh,
well,
But
yeah,
the Borg Queen would necessarily need sustenance to feed a I mean, because they have those chambers, which I actually at the museum, in when the Star Trek Museum in Las Vegas was up, they had Borg chambers that you could get your picture taken in, and like you were getting
oh,
charged up, and I got
then
my
give me
picture
1 second.
taken.
I want to say hello to Chatty Blogger that just popped in the
Oh,
chat.
Chatty Blogger. Yeah, I was watching your chat, or your video on cats with Alice and Crazy.
Thank you
I
for
was the one that
watching.
was talking a lot.
And I just have to give a shout out to Jamie because she's dropping some knowledge in the chat. Thank you, girlfriend.
Yeah.
Oh, and Chatty also says, hi, guys and gals.
Hey, Chatty.
Now, one of the things also about First Contact was Neil McDonough was he played the character of Hawk. This was a big deal that most people didn't know about unless you're like was really into the minutia of it. They stressed the fact that Hawk was the first openly homosexual character in Star Trek.
Did they really?
Yep.
When? In what medium did they do that?
When it first came out, they were talking about the fact he was the first openly homosexual.
But it was never like addressed in the movie. Like,
No, it wasn't.
well, I mean that's the great thing about it back then. A guy could be what a guy wanted to be, and it didn't, as long as they did their job, it didn't really matter. So,
Yes.
Nobody
yeah.
got special
But I
treatment.
mean, why does it matter? I mean, there was no, like, that's something that you would develop in like a Star Trek episode, like a love interest type of thing to, but it didn't serve. I mean, he died first of all. He became a Borg, so it
Yes.
didn't matter anyway. So there was really no point to even have that backstory involved. It didn't, but I mean, whatever.
Oh, and Chatty is adding to our little bit of knowledge and said Cringe did Ghost Story with Sir John Houseman and other great actors. And he loved her as the Borg Queen, but more than Thompson, which could be a whole other discussion.
Now, the Borg Queen role, she had a lot of hard time playing the Borg Queen. The costumes she wore left massive blisters.
Yeah.
And the contact lenses, she had major problems with that. They were having to film her with the contact lenses in 4-minute increments.
Yeah.
She couldn't wear it past 4 minutes. And
They would have had I'd just like to say any role playing costumes we make during any of these characters or our personas must be wearable for hours because we're all going to a con together eventually.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
remember.
Have y'all seen Mallrats by any chance?
Yeah.
That when Richard, when you were just talking about being uncomfortable, it reminded me of that line, in the back of a Volkswagen, Ben Affleck, he there's that line throughout the entire movie of having sex having sex in a very uncomfortable position, and everybody's response is what, in the back of a Volkswagen.
See, and then that just makes me think of the rap song, but that's a whole other. That was like back seats on the roof, really weird places.
All I got to say is one thing. That's why the Borg didn't win. If they'd have given you a recruiting poster showing you Alice Krug as a Borg Queen, I would have signed up.
And Chad, that Green is 71 today, while Thompson just turned 68 this past January.
Yep.
So, I don't think she has. I don't think she has female sexual organs though, because when when the gas melts all of her organic material, her like everything is still
Her head,
intact
shoulders,
except
all
her head and the chest.
And the
So
spinal.
yeah, so even like she doesn't even have mammary glands. Like she doesn't even have any boobs.
Oh, see, okay, that's a shame. That's a shame. All right, well, Reaper, what do you feel about this one? Because ultimately, she would have met you last. So,
Well, I'll tell you what. No, I'm coming at this from a slightly different Reaper-esque perspective here.
okay, go ahead. Tell me.
I'm looking at it like as I have told some people in private, and I'll do it in public too. I kind of consider myself the ultimate sex toy because the batteries are always included, and Casey is always ready to go. So when it comes right down to that, it depends. If all I got when she was there was the head.
She has a mouth. So
Amy says, "Oh, good grief!" But it's an LOL. But we're gonna go with it's a good LOL. Keep talking.
No,
Jamie likes it.
What I'm going to say is this: if it was just the mouth and the spinal cord, that might be a bit of a turn off after the first time. But because
you never know, she might have a good mouth.
Yeah, well, that's true. But I mean, I'm thinking, if
Data was pretty turned on when he kissed her. So.
Well, you gotta understand something about Data.
And he had Tasha Yar.
Well, so. Yeah. I'm going to say anything after Tasha Yar is something of a come down.
Yeah, exactly. And he still enjoyed that. So.
Well, no. Now, to be fair though, think about this. Remember, they already grafted partial human skin on him.
Yeah.
So he's having to deal with all these sensory inputs that he normally wouldn't. So I'm thinking that might be the excuse for it.
Hold that sensory because we got to call a shout out to you. Hang on. We love sensory, but Casey, one of your Grim Reapers took Chuck Norris to heaven, but he was beaten a lot before getting him there. LOL. Are your minions running amok, Casey?
Well, wait a second. No, wait a minute. I know the guy. I know the guy that did it, and all I can say is, Steve, I hope that Chuck did such a number on you because of that complaint I got last month from HR.
Well, he's probably in a wheelchair now too. So
no, Chuck. There probably isn't enough left to Steve to worry about it.
Yeah.
Okay, sensory. Okay, sidetrack squirrel.
No problem. I was just thinking that if you wanted to be fair about it, with all that new human flesh grafted on, and the nerves seem to be working from when she like
Oh yeah.
blew on the skin and everything, that would probably make you a lot more prone to feeling a sensation when somebody, I'm
Well,
not saying.
but his lips weren't
Well, no,
replaced.
but dude, what I'm saying is, think about it this
Yeah,
way:
no, I get what you're saying. Yeah,
your
I
body,
understand.
your body is flooded with all these sensory inputs,
Yeah.
and here you go. And I'm thinking somewhere, something along the line, some of that new tissue or inputs
Yeah.
probably fed it to your brain too. Although I would tell you that I would not have minded being kissed by her just for the
Well,
experience.
and one of my favorite line, I mean, probably in all cinema too, is one of my favorite lines is when Picard asks Data at the very end,
Oh yeah,
were you ever were you
were you ever tempted?
yeah, were you tempted at all? And he said, yes, sir. And he said, how long? He asked, Picard asked, how long? 0.356 seconds.
which is a deterrent. And then
Yeah,
he said,
which is an eternity for an android.
"Yeah, I love that. That was so perfect."
Yeah, it was beautiful.
See, okay, another iconic line, but do we ever have proof that he's equipped in the right department?
Oh
Like,
yeah, he is.
Yeah,
Yeah, because
yeah,
him and Tasha Yar.
yeah.
They
Because
they established that
yeah,
he has
because
all of his sexual organs.
yeah, and
He is fully
Functional.
functional in several forms of
yeah,
Pleasure.
he's
yeah.
equipped. Yeah, he knows several forms of pleasure.
He's read the Kama Sutra, in other words.
oh, okay. Well, I guess with all those big old databases, you could pick up a few things, you know.
Well, I bet Sung programmed him to know that.
Well, I mean,
Sung's a dirty old man.
Well, remember,
I could believe that.
remember, Alton was was the actual biological son
Yeah.
of Noonien, and Alton kept saying he had me, but he made Data,
Oh,
and he
No, chatty blogger, we lost Nicholas Brendan from Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
he passed
Yeah.
away
Yeah.
yesterday.
We just watched one of my favorite movies, Coherence, with him in it.
he was in that movie too.
Yes, remember he was the actor. He was the one who went and because he has a twin. So his twin came in and hit him. He was the guy with this. He was the guy that he was the alcoholic, and so he started drinking at the end. But yeah, Nicholas Brennan. Yeah, he was in that movie that we. That's one of my favorite movies too. It's that,
And Jamie said yes.
of
But-
natural causes at 54. That's
Yes, he
that's-
had major medical issues that had been plaguing him for almost, I think, 8 years now.
Oh wow!
He injured his spinal cord near his tailbone. The damage to his tailbone ended up causing him to have paralysis of his rectum, his anus, that spread to his genitals and legs.
Oh my God!
That is not a way you want to go.
No.
The surgeries that they tried to fix everything just kept making it
Nicholas
worse and worse.
Brendan's brother.
They said that his family stated that he died of natural causes in his sleep.
Okay.
Yeah, so he has a twin brother. What's his twin brother's
Kyle.
name? Is Kyle. Yeah.
Yes, his brother's name is Kyle. But yeah, his family, when they announced it, I was like, oh my God, you got to be kidding me, because It was
Oh
they
my God! Did this
announced,
just happen today?
yeah,
Yeah.
it
Oh
happened.
my
They
God!
announced it right after we finished my live stream for Fireside Chats,
Oh my
and
God!
I had to postpone Wednesday to Friday, and so we ended up doing the last part of Fireside Chat was saying goodbye to Chuck Norris, and right after we all signed out from doing the Fireside Chat. That was the first news story that popped up right after,
Holy
and I
shit!
was like, "Oh my God, you got to be kidding me!" Because he was only a year younger than me,
50. Yeah, he's 54.
and
That's. I mean, that's. I mean, first of all, I would have thought that Chuck Norris would have lived to be past 100 years old. I
Yeah.
mean, Dick Van Dyke is 100 years old right now. He might be 101 by now.
But
But
dude, you
hey,
gotta
DJ Play Nice.
Oh,
DJ
wait.
Plays, yeah, you're awesome, man. Yeah.
Rock.
Man, I cannot believe that
DJ.
first of all, Chuck Norris died, at 89. I would have thought that he had at least 10
But
more years
but
left.
dude, if it was an accident, you can't say that because
That well, and yeah, yeah, but and then at 54, I mean, I'm 43. That's, I mean, in 10 years that could be me. In less than 10 years that could be me.
And Brain Shatter says, "Sup, y'all?"
What's up,
Hey.
Brain Shatter?
yeah,
But yeah, Brandon's passing was on the talk that we had on Huevo's stream before we got started. We were actually discussing his passing there about the fact that his health had gotten so bad. He had an accident that, like I said, injured his lower spine around his tailbone, which basically caused for such a minor accident, it caused like I said, the paralysis of his rectum and anus. They went in to fix it, and it made it worse, and it just kept progressively getting worse. And not being able to have any control over your body, man.
That sounds so awful.
It's it's one of those things of yeah. He the last
Jeez,
years of his life,
man.
he was miserable.
These past couple of years, we're losing so many people so quickly.
Yeah, and it's
Oh.
sad.
And Brain Shatter said, "Wrecked him. It damn near killed him."
Yeah.
oh,
We gotta get a good shit rectum joke in somehow.
Yeah, we gotta get it. We gotta get a butt joke in somehow.
Well, you know what I think is with everybody passing, I think it's kind of left up to the people that love their work and to kind of carry on their legacy and to talk about the things that they did and make sure that we don't forget, because we talk about such phenomenal people past, and I think that's a great way to, just kind of help live the legacy on.
Well, the thing is that Chuck Norris will never. I mean, Chuck Norris will be talked about in 1,000 years. The memes that I mean, the life that he led and the memes that he left behind, just the legacy of him being such a badass. It's like Bruce Lee, Brandon Lee. It's like Frank Sinatra. He's going to be one of those people that are going to be talked about for centuries because he's just that influential on life. Like they'll write about him in history books. That's the legacy. I feel bad for people like Nicholas Brendan because he didn't. I mean, the biggest role he had was being Xander in Buffy, and he was also in Roswell also. But you know, I feel bad. I mean, I guess I don't feel bad for him, but like, he deserves that. I mean, I'm glad that we're talking about him because
Well, I mean, dude, I mean, I would
y'all
say,
understand what I'm saying.
yeah, but I'm just going to say this real quick, and that is, it kind of works like this. Maybe that was all God actually, wanted him to do.
Yeah, I
You
mean
know,
that's the thing is that
I mean,
we're only here to do what God has us here to do, and it's not about us. That's the thing is that you know we're here to worship and spread love and spread God's word. We're not here for our own selfish pleasures. That's what the devil wants us to be here and think that we're here for. But at least that's what I believe.
well, I mean, I'm just saying, before we grieve a life, we should frame it in the perspective of, yeah, it would have been great for somebody to be able to do more, but he already did so much more than most people would ever dream of being able to do.
So our Carlos Fish just popped in the house.
Oh, we
If you
got a
don't,
fish here.
if you don't mind the road noise, we're coming back from Alabama. They tried to
No,
deport me at the space center, but
oh
I hid
man,
in the backpack.
no, they
We're
can't.
gonna have to wash that thing.
Oh, the
Oh
stink.
man,
How do you get the stink out of that?
Are you
A
are
turd's
you
got
a
to do.
flying fish?
Yeah, I'm more of a floating fish.
Oh, is there a river that you're swimming down in Alabama? Like how are you getting?
No. I can hover around. It's the high methane content.
Okay, okay.
I can't really fly.
You're a
It's
hovering
better than
fish.
Buzz. It's better than Buzz Lightyear. I'm not
Oh.
falling with style. I'm floating like shit.
Okay, perfect. Oh, that makes perfect. Okay, that makes sense then.
Yeah, so I fly around. I don't float. I do live in the septic tank, so I try not to dry out too much.
Yeah.
Carlos, man, I wish I'd known about the backpack. I got some stuff that'll remove soil and stains. It may not
I mean, you have to ask him. Does he want the stains removed?
Actually, I find the thing that removes the stains from clothing and backpacks is fire. Fire always removes the turd stains.
Well, I can help you there too, buddy. Do you want it medium, well done, or extra crispy?
Extra crispy. You got to make sure that shit gets gone.
Okay, remind me to pencil you in for a new backpack for Christmas, then.
Jamie says Sarah Michelle Gellar. Yeah, Buffy should have happened. And then
I have. Well, I used to have a huge crush on Sarah.
oh, I had a huge crush on Sarah Michelle Gellar, and yes, I loved me some Willow too.
Cruel and Cruel Intentions.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Oh, Southland Tales. Have y'all seen Southland Tales? I bet you haven't. It's by the same guy who made Donnie Darko.
One of the things about the Buffy reboot thing that they were going to do, New Sunnydale.
It's not.
All right, New Sunnydale. The pilot script got leaked, and a whole lot of longtime Buffy fans were like going, "Oh, thank God," because Buffy was only going to be in it for a very short period of time before they was going to kill her off.
Oh, why they got to kill off the good?
That would have like completely killed the show.
Well, yeah, because I even heard later Sarah Michelle when they found out, she's like, "What kind of shit is this?" Because I mean, they didn't actually say what it was, but they said that she was very, very upset by the fact that when she read the script, she's like, "What are you doing?" And now I understand why. Because without some kind of Buffy, there'd be no Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
yeah, it's the same thing with, and I have people like arguing with me in my Tron Ares video about how Tron Ares is the best Tron movie, and it's like it's not even about Tron. Like
Not even a freaking Tron movie.
yeah, it's not even a Tron movie. Like
No.
you're arguing like for like if
It's
if
like
they
a
made-
stupid story inspired by Tron.
yeah, it's like if they made a movie after The Empire Strikes Back about Boba Fett or something like that, you know, like and they didn't follow like anything about Luke or he wasn't even in it. You know,
It'd be a great movie if they called it Tauntaun: The Adventures on Hoth.
yeah,
and it just was about Tauntauns getting eaten by Wampas.
Tauntauns and Wampas. Yeah.
Now,
And our chatty blogger says Chuck Norris walked into a bar and was the only person left who was sober afterwards.
now,
I'm
one of
trying
the
to catch up with chat, boys. Hang on. And Jamie says, Sarah Michelle Gellar, not my fault the reboot was canceled.
Yeah, that's when I was going to try to answer her statement here.
So my fleshy's sister was a huge fan of Buffy. Did you know that at Comic-Cons for years they would have replays of the singing episode and do panels and stuff, and the entire cast would come except for Buffy because she fucking hated the fans.
Well, that's the thing.
That hurts.
That's the thing is that I had to separate the art from the artist. She became a really big woke, along with Freddie Prinze Jr., her husband.
Yes.
So I really don't like her anymore at all. Like I used to be
like
in
him
love
when he
with her.
ruined Wing Commander.
Yeah, well, he ruined everything.
Yes.
Okay, let me put this out. She was trying to blame one of the producers for canceling the show.
Yeah.
It's like, well, he didn't even he actually admitted to us that he had never really watched the whole show. He just watched some of it. Well, the reason why he canceled it was the fact that Buffy, the title character, was only going to be in it for a very short period of time, and it was going to be a bunch of woke crap.
Yeah.
Because the script that got leaked, they actually have several people on Twitter X posted bits and pieces of it. Like this one chick was sitting there bitching at her boyfriend. Why didn't you protect me? Because you're a strong, independent woman.
Yeah, exactly. And then if you did protect her, then it'd be like, leave me the fuck alone. I could take care of myself.
Exactly. And he says, so I was
There's no winning.
Respecting you and not doing anything. He's like, I hate it whenever you use my feminism against me. I'm like, this is what
I hate when you use my double-edged sword against me.
Yes.
Ooh. Okay, wait. DJ Play Nice says, up and share out the live. Thank you, DJ, for helping us out.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Chatty Blogger said Chuck didn't need assistance when buried because he did it himself. And our fish is getting called out because Chatty also says, Carlos, ¿cómo estás? Sorry, my wrong.
¿Cómo estás?
Okay.
Sí.
¿Cómo estás, Carlos?
Hola, yo hablo español.
No
Un
hablo
poquito.
español myself.
Yo qué color es tu pantalones, por favor. El burro sabe más que tú.
Oh, and we could say,
the
tome besos
biblioteca.
or kisses.
And Jamie also said, don't blame Canon Jarrus.
Kanan Jarrus from Star Wars, I believe. Kanan Jarrus is the.
Freddie Prinze Jr.'s.
I actually have his lightsaber, if that's who you're talking about.
Oh, and I love when DJ Play Nice gives emojis and says, salud.
See, one of the things about the whole Buffy thing, I mean, the show, Buffy and Angel were good shows for their time.
Yeah. They were like the first CW style shows.
So you have to understand, like, not only did Buffy give so many, so this might be touching my heart, But Buffy was up there with also Charmed
Yep.
and things like
Yeah.
that really shaped, I guess I could say, women of my era's age. That was like the
Yeah.
first time like that kind of nerd was cool.
Okay,
Yeah,
real fast.
especially for girl, like that was the first time that women were allowed to like be nerdy about something, like the supernatural element
Yes.
and stuff. Like it wasn't all about like romance comedies and stuff like that. They were they were allowed to like nerdy supernatural type of shows. Like I remember I dated so many girls that were into Charmed and Buffy, and it was
Well,
just
remember
it was a cool thing for them.
when they made the first Buffy, when it
But
was the movie,
Christy Swanson
yes,
should be the new she should come back and be Buffy.
okay, they actually admitted when they made the first Buffy movie with Kristen Swanson,
Yeah.
it was about taking the usual, the perky cheerleader girl,
Yeah.
the perpetual victim, and
Yeah.
flipping the script and making her a badass.
Yeah. But as we all know, Jennifer Lawrence was the first female hero in movies, right?
Yes.
Let's completely
Okay.
ignore Sigourney Weaver.
Yeah, yeah. Who are you talking?
Yeah.
What? I've never heard that name before.
Yeah.
So speaking of old names, are you guys familiar with Tom Lehrer?
Yes,
He was
yeah, he
okay.
passed
When
away
Alice said it
recently,
really
yeah.
touched her heart, I thought of the Masochism Tango when he says,
Oh yeah,
Oh,
My
wait,
heart-
wait.
"Your
Then we're gonna
heart
have
is in my hand."
yeah.
Ugh.
Oh boy, don't have a cute Tony Stark moment. He's busy right now. That's one of
Well,
his
no,
faves.
he will be in 22 minutes.
Yeah, he's doing a matinee, I think.
Done
Well,
it.
no, he's doing Starkcast first.
Oh, okay. But yeah,
And then, did you guys hear about the Powerpuff Girls CW show that they were going to make that got canceled?
they can't.
They
Yeah,
were
oh,
gonna
yeah.
remake Powder Puff. Like, come on now.
They
Well,
wanted
Oh,
to
dude!
do
It was going to be so woke. It's not even funny.
Yeah, wasn't it
And
going to be live action?
Yes, it was
Yes,
gonna be
and one of the first episode leaked or the script leaked, and it was so incredibly bad. The backlash that they got was pretty much like 98% negative. So
The
they said,
great thing about the original Powerpuff Girls is that it was self-deprecating. Like it knew what it was, and it made fun of itself. Like it was like an inside joke type of thing.
the live action Powerpuff Girls. The actresses that they picked to do it are some pretty good actresses. I mean, they had the girl that played Quake off of the Shield TV series was going to play one of the Powerpuff Girls, and so a lot of us fans of hers were like, "Oh my God, this might actually be good," until they leaked the storyline and the fact that they've all grown up, their lives pretty much suck. One came out of the closet. Of course, it was the tomboy character comes out of the closet.
Can we put her back in?
And
get your ass back in there.
yeah,
Hey, well, all I can say, if she won't go, I'll take care of it.
Wait, I gotta do this because DJ said it.
Yeah, Buttercup does rule. Yeah.
but because they leaked it and it got seen to be just how bad it was, they canceled it to keep it from being so horrible.
That's like the Batwoman movie or show that they made.
that TV show,
they
the
showed.
one. Yeah, the one she was like, it'll be perfect once it's made for a woman or something.
Oh
like
no,
that.
that one actually happened. They made a like a movie or something like that, and they filmed the whole thing and they shelved it.
Yeah.
Okay, can somebody whose Spanish is better? Can someone whose Spanish is better than mine please take this one from our dear friend Chetty Blogger? Richard. Your Spanish
I
is better
think
than
that I think that's mis
Carlos
pantalones somos
Astaki,
rojas
somos-
con loras.
Yeah, that-
It's something about pants. It's something
His
about
pants are
pants.
blue.
His pants are blue. Yeah, rojas is blue. Yeah.
Okay.
but like I
Oh
was
boy, we're gonna all have to brush up. Okay. Moving on.
that was the Batgirl movie where they race swapped Batgirl. Instead of being a hot redheaded chick, they made her black.
Well, that's the
Oh,
same thing
that-
they did with Catwoman
swapping
too,
a
with Halle
ginger for-
Berry.
Yeah, swapping a ginger for a black woman. That's a
Yeah.
shock.
Yeah.
It never happened.
But
Yeah.
the new owners of the WB, Warner Brothers, he was allowed to watch it first because he's like, I want to see this because it was one of his favorite characters. As soon as he walked out of the room, he was so pissed off. He says, "No," and they shelved it. And all the people that was working on it got pissed off, saying, "Oh, they're da 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 da." And when asked why he shelved it, he says, "Because it was that bad."
Yeah.
And I'm not putting
Yeah.
something like that out. It's better to eat it than to put it out.
I like DJ's interpretation of this one too. He goes, "My pants are red, I think."
And I mean, it frustrates me about this stuff, but
I think it frustrates us all, Richard. I think we're all on the same page there.
Yeah, anybody that really loves TV and movies has got to be chomping at the bit over the last several decades.
yeah. Now back to First Contact. One of the things about it that I thought they did really good was the people that they brought in. I mean, they brought back a lot of the supporting characters for it. I mean, they even got Richard Picardo to come in as the emergency medical hologram. Remember that whole bit to slow.
Oh yeah, Robert Picardo. Yeah.
Ask about the analgesic cream for Borgler.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
wonderful segue to getting back on the topic, boys. I love it.
Yeah.
Because my one of my favorite scenes was Crusher saying, "I swear to God, I was never going to activate this damn thing."
Yeah.
And she activates the emergency medical hologram. Says, "Whatever you do, postpone them. Don't let them follow us."
Yeah.
What? I'm an emergency medical hologram. I'm not.
I don't even have hands.
Yeah.
It was so hilarious. I loved it. I mean,
Yeah. And we got to see a little bit of Dick Dixon, Picard's detective program that he goes into, and then the whole the ship or the scene where Picard talks down to Worf, and he's like, "If you were any other man, I would kill you where you stand." And then he goes in to his office or his ready room, and Lily's like, "Picard, blow up the damn ship!" And he it's the first time we actually see Picard lose his his cool, lose his temper. Like he throws that phaser and breaks his collection of ships, and then Lily's like, "You broke your little ships."
Well, I mean that's beautiful because that's like showing like PTSD because you gotta know
exactly.
You gotta know that he had it all that time.
Yeah,
but he wasn't
which does mean that they were right to not bring him into Wolf 359 because he might have been a. I mean, obviously he did help in the end, but from a Federation standpoint, that is exactly the reason why you don't bring somebody with PTSD for a specific situation into that situation again.
Well,
you never know how they're going to react.
Well, I mean, they even knew this in the beginning of the movie, which was what made it so great. Because remember, everybody in Starfleet knew this was happening, and they sent Picard out to, out to the fringes where they figured he's going to be safe.
Well, it's not that he was safe. It's just that he was unpredictable because he had PTSD
Well,
from.
no, what I mean by the word safe thing is that if you know somebody has got that problem, even if they won't admit it, you don't want to put them back in a stressful situation like that
Yeah.
unless you have to.
Yeah.
Now, one of the things I will say about was Picard's speech about drawing the line and going no further.
Yeah.
He was right that they kept allowing people to push past that line over and over and over again.
Yeah.
That was my favorite part of the whole thing. Picard finally had said, "Enough is enough. We have to make a stand." Period.
Yep.
And as probably the only person on this panel who actually does has been diagnosed with PTSD,
No, I have.
it's not something that I have seen portrayed as accurately as I wish they would.
Have you seen Jacob's Ladder?
A long time ago.
Yeah, that's a really good that's a really good representation of it.
Chatty Blogger says, anyways, everyone have a great weekend, and our channel should come back after April the 1st, April Fool's Day.
Thanks, Richard.
Oh.
Somebody pushed the wrong button over here. Not me.
Is that a joke? April Fool's Day, and you're gonna say it's gonna come back on April Fool's, and you're not gonna be there?
No, he is. He's just taking a little bit of time off, but very
No,
nice.
I'm just kidding. I'm just saying that would be a good joke to play. Saying
His return to YouTube's going to be like Constipation the movie.
Exactly. It never comes out.
Oh wait, yes. And DJ Play and I said it would most def be a oh bless his heart moment before they called the cops with a 1096.
Wait a minute, I missed something here.
Yeah, I don't know what a 1096 is. That I know what a 187 is.
Murder, death, kill. Murder, death, kill.
Murder, death, kill. Exactly. Yeah, you know Demolition Man. That's right.
Oh yes.
Wait, we robbed the liquor store. What was the one where we robbed a liquor store? Crap.
1096 meal break.
Crazy person. Oh,
Yeah, you really matched his meat. You really licked his ass.
Yeah, he's really matched his meat. Yeah, exactly. He really licked his ass.
Yes.
Oh boy.
But yeah,
No, that's you got to see Demolition Man to understand it.
well, Demolition Man sadly has predicted a lot of woke.
That's true. Dennis Leary.
So has Idiocracy.
Yeah.
Oh, we love idiot. Oh, that okay. Wait, I gotta say this. Wait. Now you all got me excited, and I'm having problems pushing buttons. Okay, Marcelo says, "Hail humans through the magic of the internet. I am pulling double duty." He goes throwing down.
He's pooping twice.
Yeah. He's throwing down double duty.
Hey, Marcelo.
He really did his duty.
Hey, big guy. Great
And
to
he's
see you,
doing it
Marcel.
twice.
Yeah, I want to go on talk about Spider-Man real quick on Tony's, but I don't know if I'll. I mean,
Do you need to go do your thing?
Yeah, dude, we can hold this down.
I still need to eat before my stream, so I don't know. Like, I don't know.
Oh, Marcelo.
You act like there's not enough hours in the day.
Cows come
Yeah,
home.
yeah, exactly. It's almost like there isn't.
But yeah, first contact.
I've been trying to
was-
finish this video all day and only halfway done. But anyway, let's get back to Star Trek. And
First Contact truly was the best of the Next Generation movies.
Yeah,
Uh,
I don't think anybody would argue that.
Yeah, it was really the one. You know what the bad thing was? It was if it wasn't so good, it might not have made the other ones look so bad. But
Yeah.
compared to it, everything else looked even worse than it was.
Well,
I mean, when
Insurrection had, okay, getting past the Federation working with the Sona against the Baku, they had a good storyline that they could have went with, except for that part where the Sona was working with the Federation.
but dude, that pretty much blew the entire framework of the Federation right out the water because that showed that they didn't actually believe in the stuff that
Sorry.
they were preaching. And
Exactly.
I think that if Roddenberry had been alive, he would have shit a brick. I mean,
That sounds painful.
Marcelo, I
Yeah.
completely agree. Playing Steppenwolf, yeah, that was so
Magic
killer.
Carpet Ride was the
Yeah.
best part, man.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And they're all like freaking out, like, "What did you
We
forget?
can't do
Oh, we can't do it." And he's like, "Oh, I found it." And then they
And that's like
yeah.
just in that moment, that adrenaline that you feel it, they're gonna do it.
Yeah, and I love the part
You
where
can do it.
Zephyr Cochrane is like, "I'll be right back. I got to take a leak." And then Jordy's like, "Leak? I don't detect any leak." And he's like, "Be in the 24th century." And he's like, "Oh, leak. Funny. That's funny." And he's like, "Hmm." He's
yeah,
giving that look like,
and then when
"That's
they
supposed
go,
to be a joke."
then when they go find him and they say, "Did you lose
Yeah.
you
And
lose
he's
your way to the
drinking.
bathroom?"
Yeah. Well,
Did he
was-
know how to
was
work the
trying
three
to, like,
seashells?
drink.
Don't say that. I still don't know how to work those damn things.
He was getting freaked out because is it Barkley?
Barkley, yeah.
Lieutenant Barkley. He was like, "Can I shake your hand?" And like he freaked him out and everything. And then Jordy was like, "Yeah, your statue's gonna be right there." And
Yeah, it's good.
it's
It's
gonna
good.
be 5 feet tall. And and you're looking like to the sky.
And the hands are
Cochran-
stretched out.
Yeah, and Zephram's like, "A statue?" Like it just freaked him out. Like he's like, "I don't want a fucking statue of myself."
Well, you
And
know what?
there went the temporal prime directive out the window.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, you know
I
what?
mean,
You know what I liked was that Zephyr Cochrane was a regular guy, just motivated, by what regular guys were motivated by. Because remember, he said that all he wanted was to actually have enough money to go off and I forget, but he said like buy something, buy an island or something.
Yeah.
He left the hell alone. That was the whole reason why he was doing it.
Yeah, he wanted just to have be alone for the rest of his life. Like he wasn't intending to change humanity.
Okay,
Speaking of humanity, I have a
But
quick
it
question
changed
for the humans.
Yep.
Why do you, so you said something about taking a leak earlier, and I've heard the term taking a dump. Why do you guys say it like that? Because you're not going to actually take it, you actually leave it. So why don't you say leaving it dump?
Well, that just means my
That's a
fishy
good
friend.
question.
Well,
Yeah.
that just means my fishy friend that
I think that should be in a philosophy book somewhere.
Yes.
I mean, I
that's
think you.
I think Confucius talks about that.
I should say, Confucius says. Confucius says.
Compoofish, yeah. And
what were you going to say, Case?
well, I was just going to say that although I can't speak for everyone, I'll tell you that as someone that uses a urinal, I actually have to take mine to somewhere else to get rid of it after I do it. So I do take a leak.
Oh,
You know,
Well,
technically,
there you go.
if it's in a bag, you could just fling it at people. It's a great water balloon.
Actually,
although DJ Play Nice is he actually I didn't know that George Carlin had that line. That's cool.
He's very knowledgeable, that DJ of ours.
Yeah, DJ is awesome. Yeah.
wait,
He's
what
very-
line
DJ's
did you?
very kind too.
What line did George Carlin have?
You don't take a shit, you leave it.
Ah, gotcha.
But one of the
What?
best parts about, I think, okay, of the next gen's movie, Insurrection had the potential to have been really good, except for that massive plot hole that really shit cans the Federation. Nemesis, I really wanted to like Nemesis because the Romulans are one of my favorite
Yeah, the villain. Yeah, favorite
villainous
villains.
species in
Yeah,
Star Trek.
But it's
Yeah.
funny because they're not like it's the
They're not-
mind F of the villain.
Yeah,
You know,
Yeah.
they're not big, they're not scary, they're not Herodians, they're not,
yeah,
the Deans, they're
you
these
understand where they come from once you realize what made them was the fact that they had to leave their homeworld of Vulcan because of we don't
No,
want you
no,
around no
no.
more because you still
they
raise
no,
your
they're not the same species as
Yes,
they
they
lived on. No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
They're a separate species
No,
completely.
they're not.
ding,
They
ding,
lived
ding,
on
ding.
Romulus and Remus.
They are the same species. Their homeworld was Vulcan. They were kicked off of Vulcan. They had to do the Great Migration. They went to Romulus and Remus. The Vulcanoids the Vulcans that settled on Romulus became the Romulans. The ones that settled on Remus became the Remus.
Oh yeah, you're right.
They
They're
are the
closely
same.
related. They share a common ancestor. They're not actually Vulcans, but they do share a common like a common species that's split off into two different species.
Ooh,
You know,
and
I can't speak too much to all this Star Trek talk because I'm not all that versed in it. But just to stir the pot, how come you guys don't invite Captain Finity to jump in? He's very knowledgeable
yeah.
about Star Trek.
Well,
Because
I do
I wouldn't be here.
I do have an interesting time travel theory for you, Affinity. But I'll tell you what, you overgrown piece of Carlos leavings. If you ever did show up here, I wouldn't come back.
But like I said,
Thank you for bringing that up, Richard. I love learning new things. I didn't.
like I said, the reason why the Romulans are the way they are, they got ran off of their homeworld.
But Romulans are very illogical. So they're kind of like the yin and yang of the species.
They are what Vulcans were before Surak's logic revolution happened.
Yeah, it says pacifist reforms of Surak. Yeah,
and thus
they
are
reject
more
the
closer to
logical.
what the Vulcans originally were in many of the ways, except for one. They are not as expansionistic and militaristic.
ooh,
If you'll notice, the Romulans' biggest thing is this is our territory. Leave us the hell alone.
Well, no, I don't think that's exactly true, Richard. Because if you look at the original series, all of a lot of the problems that they had were with the Romulans over things like Sutter's planet.
No, that was the Klingons, if I remember right.
So the Romulans are the same as the Vulcans. It's just that the Vulcans were hardened for battle and logic by being vulcanized like rubber.
They came from the same species, and then they separated and created two different. I guess two different species after the reform of Surak.
And Richard, I hope you will forgive me because I know you're right, but back in the day when everybody looked the same because there was no makeup, it was a little hard to figure that out.
It's all good. But like I was saying, the Romulans are the Vulcans before the reforms.
Well, you know,
Yeah.
Now the whole thing about the Romulan Empire, they fought the Earth Romulan War, and it ended with them basically setting up the Romulan neutral zone with the whole statement of y'all stay on your side of the neutral zone, we'll stay on ours.
Yeah, exactly.
And
But they barely ever keep that promise.
and the fact, they developed the Tasha Yar, the intelligence network, because one things you
Well,
need to know if somebody's going to come
did
and
they
try to
grow her?
No, no, she was not grown. When the Enterprise C went
Okay.
back, Tasha knew that she wasn't supposed to be in the normal timeline, and because they needed,
That's right.
I
That's
wasn't
right.
talking
Yeah.
about Tasha
Nice
Yar. I
case.
said
But was she able to go back and kill her own grandfather?
No, she went
Oh,
back and
hey,
had
Carlos.
she went back and had sex with Shooter McGavin.
Okay, hey now. If you're gonna
I
go
see.
back, go back, baby.
From Happy Gilmore, Shooter McGavin.
Yep. Oh,
well, I wish
I
you'd
got
come
it.
back
I
and
eat
add
pieces of shit like you for breakfast.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You eat pieces of shit
You
for
piece of
breakfast?
shit for
I do.
breakfast. Yep. Yep. I just used that joke. I forgot what stream it was. But anyway.
Well, as far as I know, there was no other use of Tasha Yar in the Romulans other than that, because I mean that was why I forget what they called her
Yeah, I'm trying to think of her name too.
when she
That
met Sela or something like that.
yeah, it started with an S. Yeah, but I can't.
Because I know she came back later as the Romulan, but as far as I knew, that was the only time that anybody, that they crossed her over. So if there's something else about Tasha Yar, I'd like to know.
It's
Ooh.
Sela. Yeah, you're right.
What do you
S,
know? My old
S,
Reaper
S,
brain
S,
isn't quite. My old
S,
Reaper brain isn't quite as decomposed as I thought.
No, it's firing on all cylinders today.
Yep.
Oh, wait,
You must have had a good haul, is what it is, Case.
But it says
Yeah.
that she's half Romulan, half human. Is I don't know if that means
Well, no,
that
I know.
she's half
Well,
Romulan
no.
because she has pointy ears.
Well, no. Here's the deal, dude. What you're looking at says yes. Sela
Her
was half
origin
Rom.
stems from a temporal anomaly where her mother Tasha Yar was captured by Romulans
Yeah,
and gave birth to her. Okay, that makes
yeah,
sense.
and then
Richard didn't say Tashi. He didn't say Tashiar. What'd you say, Richard?
Did you say Talshiar?
I
Tashiar.
said Cal Shiar.
Talsha,
The group.
Talsha Yar.
gotcha. My
Just let me
bad.
know when I can talk, and I'll.
Okay,
I'll,
but Marcella says Tashiar was
Was
hubba.
hubba. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Denise Crosby for sure.
what-
David got to hit that.
But no, and now I see squirrels now. Damn it, boys! But I like that the Tashiar really does make a point going into Picard, and they do bring that back in Picard.
because
Well, that's at least a good thing. Now let's let Richard say whatever it was that Richard has been trying to say.
Thank you. I said that the reason why they had the Tal Shiar was so they could have the intelligence to know if the Vulcans were going to come and finish what they started that caused them to have to leave the planet Vulcan. Because the radicals that was following the ways of logic literally ran them off the planet because they were going to kill them all. So the Romulans had to leave. And that's why they crossed a quadrant to get away. And they set up shop on Romulus and Remus.
Yeah.
Biologically and genetically, the only difference between the Romulans and the Vulcans is the fact that the Romulans did not develop their psychic abilities like the Vulcans did, because the Vulcans got into meditation and did the whole meditative routine to build up their psychic abilities.
Basically, they had it split in evolutions.
Well, and that's where I was getting. Wait, we gotta go to Marcelo really, really fast because he says, and then I want to revisit this in 2 seconds. He says, "You know I'm right, people," except without the southern accent.
Well, Denise Crosby didn't leave the Next Generation willingly. A lot of people don't know that. She basically got told leave by Roddenberry himself.
Oh,
Didn't
Because-
they? Didn't
Yeah,
Well,
that's
yeah,
exactly what happened.
because of the Playboy spread, if I remember.
oh! So she did a little nudie, and somebody got ass hurt. Really?
Yeah,
they
that
got
was
killed.
pretty much why she left.
See, and the
People
messed up
don't
thing was,
underneath their clothes. People aren't naked in the 24th century.
asked permission first. That's what was so messed up about it, and she was given permission to do it.
Wait, they told her she could, and then
Then they fired her. Yes,
what the fuck?
Roddenberry, the producers and everybody said that she could do it. Then she goes and does that tasteful photo shoot that wasn't blatant. I mean, you just barely saw Bush.
Bush is back,
Okay.
boys. Bush is back.
Now, Roddenberry, for some reason, lost his shit about it. I found out about this in 94, 95 at one of the Star Trek conventions, because there was actually somebody there who that had worked on the Next Generation early in the show while she was on it, and she was like really excited because she was approached to do the photo shoot. She was worried that because the Next Generation was being aimed as a family friendly show, so she asked permission to do it. And it took a while for her to get the permission of them approving her to do it.
But back in the day, doing that was almost like a status symbol,
yes,
right? Like if you were picked to do those spreads, with that being one of the largest men's entertainment magazines, but with class.
it was tasteful.
Everybody but as a woman, potentially in Hollywood at that time, or in the industry, you made it when you did that. Okay, not only were you seen for your work, but kind of as a goddess. Like, I don't mean to go that far, but I'm gonna go that far for a minute.
Yeah, I mean, I could see the point.
Yeah,
It goes back and forth. It's kind of like Lois and Clark, the one with Dean Cain and Terry Hatcher. It was always the expectation of watching them, knowing that they were going to get together, and it's, are they going to kiss? Are they going to? It was that expectation that they kept pulling back and forth, and that's why people kept watching. And then they finally got together, and the show ended the next season.
Well,
And
it's
Being
Moonlight.
nominated for like hottest woman of the year in one of the magazines.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I think so.
Okay, but this
I
is.
wonder if she ever got proposed.
But this was this was before woke, right? This is when we could
Yes.
do these things, and these things could happen organically, naturally within the industry, within human. Let's just go with sexuality, for the lack of better terms.
Technically, we've been groomed for decades to be woke.
Yeah,
Like
that is true.
technically, like even like in the 90s is probably when it really started.
Well, they tried it in the 90s, and it was called politically correctness.
Yeah,
Exactly.
We were
Yeah.
fortunate enough to kill it dead.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess if we really want to go back, I mean, we can go back to like, welfare and like civil rights and stuff like that.
Well,
But
if you look at South Park, actually, they did the whole thing with how politically correct was going and going and going, and then we were finally able to put a stop to it.
Okay, and then Marcelo says, hottest woman of the year, and
What?
we're fact checking. And he
Of this
also
year?
said,
I remember her having a magazine cover at one point. Like she was it for a little bit.
and then
Yeah.
Marcelo, of course, has to agree with you, Richard, and says correct.
Because, Denise Crosby was a very attractive woman. and she still
Very.
is a very attractive woman to this day.
I prefer Marina Sirtis, Deanna Troy myself. Actually, I preferred Ensign Rowe. Ensign Rowe was very sexy.
Yes, I agree. But then
And you know
again,
what's really funny is you
prefer
guys can all,
redheads to blondes any day.
well, and the thing is you guys can all say that these women are sexy, and they were mostly clothed in everything that they did. Just
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah.
The
And
only
that's what-
episode
and that's
that
what I was
Deanna
saying.
Troy was in a dress was the first episode when they thought that they were trying to use the old the original series uniforms
Yes.
that the women used to have, the skirts, like the really high skirts. But after that first episode, Encounter at Farpoint, where they actually meet, all the women are dressed fully clothed. I mean, they even when they're showing a little bit of cleavage, it's not very much at all. Like,
I agree,
it's
Marcelo.
very modest.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
agree.
Ensign Rowe was muy caliente. That
Okay.
is for sure.
And then we have, but the
Major
hottest was,
Kira.
Oh, and then he corrects himself and says, Nana Visitor.
She was hot.
And
She
thank
was
you.
short on the show, but I guess she's pretty tall.
And thank you,
Yes,
Carlos,
she
for
is.
making that point earlier on. I much appreciate it.
Well, the funny thing
Yes.
is, most
Imagination is more powerful than reality.
Absolutely.
people did not realize that Nina Visitor and Sadiq, the guy that played Bashir, ended up getting together for a while.
Oh.
Yeah.
In fact,
Yeah.
that was the baby that they had to hide.
Yeah.
Nina Visitor, that was the dad.
Then
If
you
I
had
remember right, he was the
played
dad.
Serena.
Oh, she
All right, everybody. I'm gonna get something to eat before my
Yep.
stream in 45 minutes.
Okay, Kate. Okay, Thay, you want to plug anything before you go?
Just my show. I'll be doing a Mandela Effect movie Mandela Effect game stream tonight. So basically be I'll be giving you a few different scenarios from very classic movies and see if you remember if they actually happened in the movie or if it's something that maybe your mind is playing tricks on you to remember. So,
And we will be going over there after we wrap up soon.
Because I actually got excited about the Harry Potter part. Because I
Yeah,
have so many Potter heads at work that they're always kind of testing my remembrance of it. So
Yeah.
I'm curious. There's a couple of really good.
If you're a hairy wizard.
yeah, we got Back to the Future. We're gonna do Star Wars, Batman. There's a few different series that we're gonna do. So
Ooh,
yeah,
Back to the Future. Oh, yeah.
Oh
We
boy.
can touch on some of that.
Let's start with disaster. Why y'all got you see Carlos? You see what you do to him?
and
What can I say except you're welcome?
Casey
and
doesn't help. Who's behind you?
would y'all mind sharing my nerd archaeology channel? I
Sure.
actually got 20 new subscribers
Nice.
on that
That's
channel.
fabulous.
So let's try and keep that going. I'll put it in the private chat if you,
I got
you
it.
don't have.
I got it. There you go. Get subscribed to Nerd Archaeology.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yeah, go subscribe. And I'm going to be redoing my Masters of the Universe video. I'm going to be making it a lot more engaging. So
Can I tell you a secret?
what?
I have the power.
Well, I don't.
No, you have the pooper.
Yes, powerful pooper.
Powerful pooper.
As long as he's not the
Double
puss-
duty pooper.
Yes.
All right, I'll see y'all in a little while.
Okay.
All right.
See you in a bit, bro.
Bye.
And Richard Kitty's waving.
Oh, and it's kitty time already?
Yeah, he changed
Oh,
Meow 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 meow.
We all
Oh, why to pet the triangle? Why to pet the triangle?
Okay.
It's gonna be good.
Why
Get
is
down.
my
Get
kid
down.
talking about
You gotta get down.
birds? Look at that look. Okay, I'm
I'm
done.
done.
Yeah,
Yep.
I've done like that on camera, Dad.
So the little human at space camp, we smuggled along Trump Cat in the backpack as well, and he pulled him out and was running around doing a Trump Cat impression. It was pretty funny.
Oh my god. Okay, we need the links. We need to
Carlos had the vagina
Oh.
at space camp.
God, I love vagina at space camp. It's just beautiful.
Oh, man.
Son of vagina.
Now,
Man,
one of the things,
that's just wrong. I mean, I'm dead
know.
and I started getting nothing.
one of the things about First Contact that I thought was really cool was the uniforms that they introduced. They had a more the uniforms they introduced in First Contact ended up being moved over into Deep Space Nine, and it gave more of a realistic feel to me for Starfleet.
Yeah.
That it actually had more gravitas to me, kind of like the changeover from the motion picture uniforms to the Wrath of Khan uniforms.
And I love that they did make those jumps because it shows the progression, not only within the costuming, but within following the stories and how it would have progressed in the timeline and progressed within the Federation.
Yep. Even down to where Deep Space Nine went to the gray when Voyager stayed the same old as they were in the Delta Quadrant.
Yep.
Well,
Now-
they wouldn't have really known what was going on back here anyway because they were so far away.
Yeah,
Yep.
even after they made contact, though, people actually asked the question in the Star Trek magazine at the time: why hasn't, after they reestablished contact, why didn't the Deep Space Nine, Voyager, adopt?
I am when I go home.
Well,
And
they already
it-
had what they had, and I guess that would use the replicator energy.
exactly.
Yeah, that would probably be my best guess too.
Replicators are in Stargate. They're scary bugs.
Oh, wait, Carlos, wait. Okay, totally sidetrack. Carlos, you won't believe what Richard got today. Richard,
All right, hold
You
on.
wanna show
Let me put
him?
him up.
Richard
very-
got crabs. It's unfortunate.
Space crap.
They make a cream for that. What's that? Is that Stargate books?
yes.
Nice.
This is the first one. Okay, this the original Stargate movie. They wrote a series of 5 follow-up novels to it. This was the first one, Rebellion. The second one was Retaliation. The other 3 books I've got, they're on their way. They should be here. The last one will be arriving, I think, the first week of April. And I also got this little, the definite history of Stargate. I thought it was going to be a heck of a lot more of a thicker book that was going to give us the history of the Stargate universe, and all it is them talking about the movie and the various series and what they think the future is going to hold.
If you want real Stargate, if you guys are Stargate fans, you guys need to check out Dial the Gate. It's my buddy David Reed's show. He gets interviews with the cast and crew and does all sorts of in-depth things. And he actually got to launch the news of the new series coming out with Gate World.
You said it's called Dial the Stargate?
No, Dial the Gate. Dial the Gate.
All right, hold on.
Oh.
I found it. It popped up. Sweet.
I got him an interview with what's his name? Lou Diamond Phillips at the con. I talked to him, and I got him to sign the SGU poster. I had all the cast signed except for the 2 colonels. So now I just need Lou Ferreira,
Oh,
and I'll have a
one of the
full.
things-
I have everyone signed on it.
Okay, you got to meet Lou Diamond Phillips. Is he as
Yes.
cool as everybody that I know has met him has said he is?
He was chill. He was very nice, very polite.
Is he also a big sci-fi geek, as I've been told?
I think so. I didn't stick around and bug him for tremendous amounts of time.
Because that was one of the things that the people that I know that have spent time with him said, dude, y'all need to go and compare notes. I'm like, what do you mean? About the sci-fi shit you like. Odds are the two of you will hit it off pretty well talking about various old movies and shit. He loves old movies.
You know, sometimes with the celebrities, I mean, you've been to cons, so you know some of the celebrities are there to just do business. Some are there to just hang out, and
Yep.
some are kind of you have to steer it in the right direction and catch them at the right time.
Yep, that was
And-
what happened with the guy that played Colonel Ty from the rebooted Battlestar Galactica. I met him at Con Carolinas because he heard me talking to people about how I view the world, like what you normally get on my fireside chats.
And
he
this is
sat there
why I
and just-
think we've got to get Casey this con experience, because what you two are talking about is sparking so much like joy in my heart from remembering my own memories that we've got to get Casey to one of these.
Yes,
Yes.
we do. We've got to find a way where we can get Casey somewhere where he can actually have a place to live and be able to have shit that people aren't going to try to steal from it. When he told me
Yes.
what happened to his house, oh my God, I am still cheesed off.
Well, the weird thing about it is, well, I mean, you've heard about the gunshots through the door. I mean, that's gone on too. I mean, Carbondale used to be such a nice place to be, and then it just pretty much went completely to crap. And
Yeah.
Casey,
for-
are you an original gangster? Why are people shooting at your house?
well, no, I will
baby.
tell. I will tell you, my Tishi friend. I am as OG as OG can get, but the
Rising
reason,
Reaper now.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, the position of the world's most biggest badass is now available and open for the first time in 86 years because Chuck
Well-
Norris has moved to the next plane of existence to be the best
No.
there. So
Yeah.
it's open for you if you want it.
well, I'll just tell you, Carlos. I honestly, in answer to your question, basically, just when COVID was getting started, there were a bunch of people that didn't care much about, public safety, and they decided they were going to go out and do whatever they wanted to, whether they were allowed to or not. And we had an incident here where a bunch of people across the street from me were having a party, and one of them got drunk and hit another guy's car on the way out. So basically, what the guy did was he got a bunch of his friends together and did a drive-by through our apartment complex and just shot shit up. And
Oh,
basically, I'm not too proud to admit this. I used to go out and collect cans to make extra money, and I was expecting somebody to drop by a bag of cans for me to integrate into my regular stock. So I opened the door because I thought I heard somebody knocking, and I looked out, and there was nobody knocking. There was just a car. And then I closed the door, and I saw, I backed up because after the second one hit, I realized what it was, and the bullet, I moved as far back in the room as I could, and the bullets just sprayed through my front door.
oh, good God!
That
Yeah.
takes
Someone-
contact
So
to
someone
whole
was a
new
drunk retard, and in retaliation, someone went full retard.
level.
Yeah. Yeah,
You never go full retard.
Carlos, I'll be honest with you. I mean, I admit I am a retard, but I was born that
No.
way, so there ain't much you can do about it. But when these drunk assholes try to take my job and they don't even do it right, what are you supposed to think?
I think we needed to get your wheelchair pimped with a grenade launcher. You'd be like,
Carlos-
hey, fuckers, check this out. Boom, 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 boom.
Carlos, Remember I told you when we talked about it the other day that I wanted a roll cage and a nitrous tank? Why do you think I want the roll cage and the nitrous tank?
Now,
So
now
I
we
can get the fuck out of here.
now
I
we
mean,
got that
I love
rotating
the
turret with the Gatling gun.
I love it. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love the people that take care of me, but honestly, I only wanted to be in Carbondale for a couple of years anyway, because after I graduated from here, somebody told me there was a job waiting for me when I got down here. So by the time my parents allowed me to come back 6 months later, the business had closed. So I went around looking a long time for work and started collecting cans, and the rest you know. But all I've ever wanted to do is really make some kind of a contribution somewhere. I've never, I mean, I know people think, that being in a wheelchair is a vacation because you don't have to do anything. But it's like you got no freedom of choice either, because if you do something the government doesn't want, breathe, they'll take away anything they give you, including your medical benefits.
Yep. That's one of the reasons why this week has been hell for me.
I know, buddy. I believe me, when you told me that shit, my heart bled for you, and it still does, because I know how that shit is.
What got me was, Tuesday, my nephew brought in the mail for me. I opened up the letter from the Social Security Administration. They said, if you don't get back to us by Friday, we're canceling your Social Security disability. That's why we had to postpone Fireside Chat from Wednesday, was the fact I had spent all day on hold at an hour increment. I'd call the office and be on hold for an hour, and then it would hang up on me. Then I'd call them back, be on hold for an hour, and it would hang up on me. Call them back. Did that all fracking day.
Bureaucracy.
And while I was doing that, I was trying to sign into their website, and I could not sign into their website.
Well, I don't know about the website.
And so Tuesday, I was finally able to get it set up on Tuesday before we left out, because I went to the post office to do take my IDs to the post office for their ID.gov shit. They sent me the wrong code numbers to get into it. So then my sister drove me all the way to the Social Security office. We got there 10:30, 11 o'clock, and I was there until they closed. They were extremely understaffed.
Yeah, you know why? Because the government wants to cut money everywhere they can, except where they could actually afford to do it. So they'll cut things that give people actual services they need.
Yes, because I was like, wait a minute, let me get this straight. There's 5 of you here at this office here in a major city of Charlotte. Yes. There were more security guards guarding the place than there were actual Social Security people dealing with all the people that showed up to need help. Now, while I was sitting in that waiting room, I heard at least 5 separate languages. They're supposed to have translators on station to help people with translation. Instead, the receptionist was having to use one of those cell phone translator app things, which was slowing things down even more.
I think my biggest experience with the system, and I know we kind of got way off topic, but this is what I love about Off the Cuff with Alice, is I can start off with one topic and we can go to 80 different topics.
And then some turd comes in and derails it to shit.
It's okay. I always need the sheet aspect of it. I'm not allowed to take allergy pills and try to stream again, but because apparently I can't word. But so my biggest oof with the system was years ago. Alice was on SSI and SSDI when she was 18. I had some things happen and got caught up in the system. And I went to apply for food stamps in Orlando as this little itty bitty white girl. And, I walked
Yeah.
down there. Yeah, I walked down there, through the ghetto. And I'm talking
Real good.
the real ghetto, OBT and Holden in Orlando. If anybody knows, maybe Marcelo knows. I'm like Casey with the gunshots going off all the
Yeah.
time. And I'm sitting there, on, benefits at the time. And it did help me get through school. And as soon as I got through school and got up to North Carolina and started working, I cut them off because I did not need them anymore. But I'm sitting there and this Denali rolls up. And I can see this Denali roll up, through the big glass windows. And it's got spinners. So that's how long ago this is. And
Yeah.
and they were hot. I will say they were hot. And the Denali was pearl, this beautiful pearl metallic color, which back then was high dollar. And this woman of said different race than I gets out, dripping in gold, with her 8 kids behind her. And I'm like, I am one little white girl on the system trying to get through school. I just need to be able to buy 99-cent bologna at my itty bitty local ghetto grocery store. Please, please, please. And then I see that. And that's when I was like, oh, the system is not fair.
I'll tell you what else. I got a story like that because I had been trying to get food stamps for as long as I can remember. But when I first got here after I came back, my attendant at the time drives me over to the local office, and I'm sitting in this local office, and we are literally the only white people in the office. And there, and the place is just loaded. And it's like everybody was shooting us looks like we were, like we're encroaching on their territory.
Yes.
The guy looks at me, he says, "Do you really want to do this?" And I go, "No." I mean, I literally at that point, because there was like I think the woman said there'd be a 2 or 3 hour waiting list even. So I was like, he was like, "Do you really want to do this?" I go, "No." The bad thing is that ever since that point, I have never been able to get food stamps. The only time I ever got food stamps in my life was during COVID, when the government automatically gave like everybody on disability, they gave them extra food stamps. And if you didn't have them, they gave them to you anyway because they knew you needed to eat and you might not be able to work. But the thing is, as soon as COVID cleared, the food stamps went away. So
Alice, have you? Sorry, go ahead.
no problem. You go.
Have you seen Norbit before? The Eddie Murphy movie.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's
When
been
you
so
said-
long.
Time.
When you said the woman got out with her 8 kids, all I could picture is her looking over and going, "How you doing?"
Oh,
How
she
you
did.
doing?
Oh, and she had she right out of that movie with the titties and the ass, and I was like, oh boy.
I
And
mean,
it wasn't even that good, ass and titty.
Mm.
now what drives me nuts is the people that I had to get a lawyer to get my Social Security disability. And talking with the security guards there about it, because the security guards was an ex-Marine. He saw my ball cap saying I was a Navy vet. And we were giving each other shit. He was Marine, I was Navy. When he found out I'd hit the beach with the as a corpsman, he was like, "Oh, okay, cool." And I said, "So what's your favorite flavor of crayon?" And he looked at me funny for a second until it hit him what I asked. And I said, "Let me guess."
I like the yellow ones.
I did. I said, "Let me guess. strawberry, right?" He started laughing and said, "Yeah." Then others looked at him funny about it, and I said,
Ooh, okay, we are now in yellow alert. We now have just a few minutes until we need to wrap up, for we must get to thetas, thetas,
Yep.
thetas of nerd archaeology.
"But yeah, guys, I'm actually thinking about doing a show one day soon of just us talking about the bullshit with Social Security and all the other programs. So that'd definitely be something me and Casey can do together.
Well,
Oh,
I definitely feel like a lot of great things came out of this show, especially our good shitty friend there,
Hello.
you know. But I definitely think there's so many ideas that have floated around, like the methane gas, that you know
Carla, do you really know how to light a fire under people?
he does. He
Yes,
does.
yes, but why does Richard always like to sit on it? Yeah, I'm not dropping that. It's funny.
Well, hey, the way I look at it, everybody gets a little backed up every now and again. Maybe the extra blast, shakes us a loose down there.
Well, I figure he's a real go-getter, and he really likes to light a fire under his own ass.
Yeah, yeah,
Hey, I wish there were more people like that. Maybe we wouldn't
Yes.
have so many people on Social Security.
yeah.
I mean, I'll tell you the truth, guys. One thing before we go. I mean, honestly, the biggest majority of my life has been set up around one thing: trying to find a job so that I could start paying my fair share, so that somebody else that needs the money can get the money.
Yep.
But the saddest thing about humanity is the people who really and truly need it. They should be able to look at you in a wheelchair, be like, "Hey, buddy, we'll help you out," and not get LaQuisha and her, Tyrone,
Yeah.
Rombisha, Chajisha, Badrisha, and all these damn with 8 different daddies and stuff like that. It's like these are baby making machines, and I mean, when we lived in San Diego, we would go to the WalMarts, and there would be lots of Arabs, and the Arabs would show up in expensive BMWs and Mercedes and stuff, and then get pissed when they couldn't pay with this stuff with the EBT card. And it's like,
Yeah.
bro, you're dripping with money. You've got nice clothes, you've got jewelry, watches, stuff like that. Why in the hell do you have an EBT card? What they need to do is an overhaul of the system and get the leeches off, and you have the people who actually need it be able to get it. But they go, "Oh, but that's racist. You can't do that. You can't help Casey because he's an old white person." It's like,
Well, you
bro,
know what?
he's the one who needs it.
I'll tell you what, dude. Here's the problem. The problem is that the powers that be, and I'm not trying to get political here, but the powers that be don't want the system to change because they want as many people under their thumb as they can possibly get, because it's the only way that they can justify their own fat, overbloated existence. If they actually spent money and time to help disabled people that actually wanted to get jobs or minority people that wanted to do something, there wouldn't be nearly as many of us. They trade us from cradle to grave to be dependent. You were talking about women. I know women in my apartment complex who, when they complain that they're not getting enough money from the state, they joke around with each other about it's time for me to go out and get another baby, and 3 months later you find out that they're pregnant again.
Yep.
I mean, it really is. I mean, it's hard for the people who just have the one kid who didn't want this in the first place. Wanted the kid, but they didn't want to end up this way in the first place, and they can't get what they need. So it's not just me. It's not just Richard. They're fucking over a lot of decent, hardworking people by not giving them a chance to be decent, hardworking people.
And my greatest hope in life is that there'll be a day when all this gets straightened out and we won't have to talk about it like we do anymore. We can literally say, okay, we're just going to talk about this and talk about this for X amount of time. But the thing is all this is still so real. And I thank you guys for, even though I had one particular topic in mind, even being able to talk about this at the end, because we do got to get to days, but it just shows that this always is going to rent space until we fix the system and get some true solutions.
I'll tell you honest to God what I think it has to be. If people want to make this world a better place, they got to do it themselves.
Yep.
Because
Yes.
the government ain't going to do it. Even if it's something as cheesy as trying to write an Amazon novel that may never get written, I'm finishing that damn novel because I want to make sure that once in my life I've actually been able to do something.
Yes.
And
And with your novel, like, I can't wait because I feel like it's going to leave a great legacy. Oh, and
Well-
we're getting red alert for time. Crap.
All right, hold
anyway,
on.
I'll
Casey,
yeah.
Casey? Hold on. Let me open this. Casey?
Yeah. I thank you. If I had a Coke in my hand right now, I would return the salutation, sir. I assure you. Believe me, I do understand what you go through. I mean, I try to call up the Social Security office, and I get put on hold for 4 hours, and then you get a answering machine where they're not even in the office. So you go on the website, you go to the link they tell you to go on the website, and they keep bouncing you from page to page, from link to link, and nobody does shit.
Exactly. It's one of those things to where you're looking at this and it's like, because when I've been going through this with the VA, it truly made me feel like they're purposely doing it to get you to go and join the 22 a day club. For those of you who don't know what that means, bang, I'm no longer on Earth.
Well, I'm
okay.
sorry, I ain't
I'm
going
on
that
there.
way.
Yeah. But
I ain't going that way.
feels
Anyway,
like-
have
Okay,
a
well,
good.
we just lost the fish, so hang on. Let's, first of all, I love all the topics. And Richard, when you do your deep dive, we will definitely be there.
all right.
But I want to get over to, I want to make sure we have enough time to get ready for Thays because he was super sweet and was here tonight. So, first of all, I just want to say to Richard, Casey, thank you for being here. Thank you, everybody, for joined us. Theta, Carlos, everybody in our chat, because we would not be who we are or what we are without our panel and our chat. I want to thank everybody who catches us on replay, because we all know that if they give us the time to watch us on replay, we always have to say thank you. And how about both you boys go ahead and spill your tea and drop it like your shit's hot. So Richard, what you got going on?
We've got fireside chats going down on Wednesdays. Hopefully, we can set something up to do a deep dive into a rant on how messed up the support systems are right now, because Casey and I are both going through crap thanks to the Social Security Administration. But as you said, the only way we're
not
going to
me.
make this world a better place is by going out there and being the positive change we want to see. That's why we're here. God put us here for a reason. We've got a pair of hands to make the world a better place. And the only way we're going to make it a better place is by going out there and doing it.
Absolutely. Carlos, what you got? You want to spill a tea, hop some shit? Fish? Fish? Are you in outer space? Is the methane gas messing with our interference? Okay. All right, Casey, what you got going on?
Well, I got to say once again, thank you all for having me on here. I enjoyed talking about the movies and all the other stuff as well. I will say to Richard, anytime you want to do that, buddy, I am there for that one. I guarantee. Um, as for other stuff, I will also say to all of my subscribers, thank you ever so much. To anyone that may not be a subscriber right now, if you like stark sci-fi and horror, you might enjoy my channel, Casey's Creepy Creations. I really do try to create the best quality stuff I can for you. I'm working on a bunch of other things right now that with any luck I'll be turning into videos. But I thank you for your patience. It's been a long and rocky road this last year or so. And don't worry about lighting a fire under me, Alice. I already come with one.
I love when you get spicy.
Well, I hope you does. I hope you does. Anyway, to Alice and Crazy, our gracious host for the evening, I have nothing but the greatest warmth and respect, and I don't mean the warmth that comes from my sight.
No. And from me and Crazy, I'd just like to say thank you, everybody, once again. Monday.
You're welcome.
Monday. Oh, Carlos, you got anything to plug now that we can hear you? Before I say goodnight?
Yeah, just come give me a sub. But I was just saying real fast, we need more humans like George Washington, someone who can step up, handle his shit, get things done, and then when they offer him the reins of power, he goes, no. I just needed it to get done, and then step back and let other people do it.
Yeah, or at least set up the framework the right way so that you don't have all of these problems you have now.
Yes.
And, you know,
Yes.
and that's the bad thing. I understand why they did a lot of things historically that they did, because at the time it seemed like the right thing to do. But when I look at it back, if I look at it now, I gotta say the founding fathers would be roaming over in their graves.
Yep.
Matter of fact, I've talked to a few of them, and I know they're upset.
Yes.
Anyway, love you guys a whole lot.
And DJ Play Nice says, y'all be safe, have fun, take care of your crew, and rock.
Yep. And I think we could leave you with this.
So thank you guys. Much love.
Night, everyone.
Adios.
Adios, big guy.
All right.
I am the captain of the Starship Enterprise.
Captain Kirk, this is Spock. Please step on the transporter.
Dilithium crystals hit by Klingon missiles. No!
I'm a doctor,
Not an actor.
not a milkman.
What does that mean?
And I'm sorry, he said Jim.
Photon torpedo! Lieutenant Uhura, open hailing frequencies.
Yes, Captain Kirk. Opening hailing frequencies, sir.
Let's boldly go where no one's gone before. Beam me up, Mr. Scott. Sulu, go to warp.
Warp 3, sir.
No, that will be way too slow.
Warp 4, sir.
That still is way too slow.
Warp 5, sir.
It still is too damn slow.
Warp 6.
It's too damn slow.
Warp 7.
It's still damn slow.
It's too damn slow!
No, 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 no. Mr. Chekhov, Mr. Chekhov. I am firing torpedo.
That will not work and would be illogical to me. To me. To me.